G'day guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to this first video. Obviously in this channel we're gonna talk a lot about the Toyota Starlet, but not only. We're gonna have a lot of building videos, tutorials, driving videos, events, things like that. So I just got a whole lot of parts that I want to put on the Starlet. It took a while because of all the COVID delays, but now I got everything here. I just want to line up everything together. So let's start by taking a look at the car. So this is our project, the mighty Toyota Starlet. It took me a while to find one in good condition, and particularly in this color. I really wanted a red one. Since I got it a few months ago, I actually done only aesthetic works. So I fixed the paint, had a buff, fixed some scratches, some dents, the windscreen was cracked. I've also done a bit of weight reduction work. So for example, I removed the rear wiper, the steel plates in the back seats, sun insulation, all things like that. So I also painted the side mirrors, the door handle on the other side, and changed the timing belt. Again, restoring the front bumper has scratches, so I fixed that as well. So just a lot of aesthetic work, I guess. A bit on the interior as well. So gauges, new shift boot, shifter, a new cluster from a Toyota Paseo. I made videos about all of these, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll publish all these videos in the next few days. So this is the name of the project. And the objective for this car is not going to be a truck car, but something in between a road car and a truck car, so something that can perform on the track but also on the street. So we're gonna leave the interior at least partially, and particularly in the beginning we're gonna, as you may see from the title, concentrate on the handling, because I mean, power wise it is what it is and it just becomes very expensive. Now I want to install good parts, but I also want it to be a budget sort of project. You never know in this case is where we're gonna go. So that's my idea, at least at the moment. So if you don't know this car, this is a Toyota Starlet EP91. It's the Australian delivered model. It's powered by a 1.3 liters naturally aspirated called 4 EVE. It delivers 55 kilowatts of pure rage and approximately 0 newton meters of torque. So yeah, it's not exactly super quick, but I think with some weight reduction, it got much better, particularly in the corners. Obviously I got stickers from my favorite series, Wanga Midnight and Initial D. I got little GR stickers on the side here as well. Chop fingers. Now let's have a look at the parts. Probably the reason why you're here. So the main idea is having one episode for each part that I'm going to install. So all those parts mostly will be installed individually, except probably for the wheels. Let's start from the wheels. So these are NKs, RPF1 obviously, one of my favorite wheels. But then again, there's not too many choices when it comes to wheels in this size for this car, unless obviously you want to spend an arm and a leg. But these are reasonably priced, good quality, very lightweight, because obviously we're going with wider tires. So I wanted to save a little bit of weight in those ones. They're like 4 point something, so you can easily lift the whole thing up with one arm. Obviously we're gonna weight them before we install them compared to the stock ones, so just to check the weight. They're definitely heavier than the stock ones, but we'll see by how much. And also paired up with Hankook RS4 tires. So I always wanted to try these tires. They're reasonably priced. Obviously they are semi-slicks, sort of to speak. They're not too extreme. They need a bit of heat to perform at best, but even when they're cold, they're not too bad, honestly. So yeah, I wanted to try these tires. They're good quality and they should last pretty long. And I also think they look pretty cool, like all the semi-slicks really. Moving here, we got a fan rod here. So this is just to adjust probably the suspension setup once we put on the coilovers. So you can make it longer or shorter depending on how you want to adjust your suspension setup. Moving here, we got new drums. So these are DBA, so brand new. Obviously the car is 24 years old. Even the handbrake doesn't really work much. So hopefully we're gonna try to fix that with those ones. And we're gonna pair those up with those new brake shoes. Also those ones are DBA. They're just a standard compound, but it's very, very hard to find sort of racy kind of stuff for this car. There might be more stuff in Japan, but it's very costly, and I think honestly for drum brakes those will do. If we need more stopping power, we might just convert into disc brakes, but then again, for what we're gonna do with this car, I think those will do the job for now. Moving forward, we got the sway bar, the rear sway bar. Obviously this moves like a boat, so I think it's one of the mods that are most needed in this car, just to reduce the body roll. It's very, very pronounced, so you can see, maybe. Yeah, you can also hear the suspension is not great, so it's making a lot of squeaky noises. And that's why we also got new suspensions here. So we got this DC Racing Gold. We're gonna get into more details once we do the video for the installation, which is actually the next video. So this is the first video I'm gonna do. So those are fairly good quality and probably one of the best kits you can get at the moment in Australia for this Toyota Starlet. Moving forward, we got this strut tower bar for the rear. This is a Casco, I don't know, however you want to call it. So yeah, they came from Japan. So this is all that's gonna go on the rear. The front, we're gonna start from the strut tower bar again, from this Cusco one. I think it's pretty cool, the color, I really dig it. Moving forward, we got some bushes here. Now with those ones, I'm not 100% sure where they're gonna go, but I pretty much bought the whole white line catalog for this car, and yeah, I'm sure that will be useful because I expect many of the bushes to be worn. Then moving on the left, obviously we got the front coilovers. Again, still BC gold. Moving on the left, we got this anti-lift kit. So basically, my understanding is when we accelerate with this kit, it will help in reducing a little bit the movement that you get from torsions and things like that. Here we got the front sway bar. It's a white line kit, so it comes with all the bushes as well. I just didn't put it here because I didn't want to take out all the screws and everything. And this, moving forward, we got the new DBA T2 rotors. So these are slotted, they're called kangaroo pose, like that. And so we're gonna be replacing the front one, which I expect to be quite worn, to be honest. Even though at the moment, braking is fairly good considering how old is this car. Probably because it's very light as well. And then we're gonna pair up those ones with some new Brembo brakes. Those are fairly sporty, I guess. Probably the best brakes I could find at this stage for a reasonable price. And then we got here a toe strap. And here we got just some Muteki lug nuts for the wheels. So they're steel. Obviously prefer steel so they don't break as easily. A bit heavier, but they're actually okay. The short ones, closed, and yeah, red. So I think they'll match the car nicely. And that's it really. So again, my plan is to make an episode for each part installation. We're gonna start from the coilovers, then move into the wheels, and then digging into brakes probably, and then all the rest of the suspension. But also the best part of all of this, they all come with stickers. So if you want to come along in this journey, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to making more videos about the Starlet and producing more nugget content. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be the coilover install.